Very, very, very good day to you all, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, mamas and papas. I am Jimmy. Some call me King Jimmy for obvious reasons, but for you, you can simply call me Folajimi Oluwasegun James Akinshola. Number one A Arsenal fan. You understand why I say A in a bit. This is Budweiser's Kings of Football show, brought to you by the King of Beers, Budweiser. And now you remember, of course, the world is yours to take. So please take advantage of it. Right now, we're talking about the English Premier League, the most exciting league in the world. And of course, on this show, we like to reward our viewers and our guests, as well as those of us that are on X-Space. We are available live on X-Space right now. You can get to watch us on your TV screens, especially in the eastern part of Nigeria, on, of course, the time it's shown on TV, while you can also get us on YouTube on Mondays after everything is done and said. You can find our show live and direct on YouTube. Remember, the prizes are available. I do have our predictor platform where you can, of course, win 1 million naira, 500,000, or 250,000 naira. All you have to do is go to our predictor platform, make your predictions. If you've been making your predictions since the start of the season, then you stand a chance to win 1 million naira, 500, or 250, depending on where you finish on that. If you want to win every week, well, you only get a chance to win 5K in terms of airtime. All that I'll expatiate much later on the show. But it is a face-off in the studio today. Yes, I am never alone. But that doesn't mean I'm a Liverpool fan. Liverpool fans. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce my brother, my friend, someone that I love so much. He's always giving us everything we need in terms of what North London is. Currently always red. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome a man from AFTV, my brother, my friend. He's known for his very pungent commentary, very colorful. In fact, I'm glad he doesn't have his own microphone today. If not, music will be blaring in the air. Ladies and gentlemen, Kelechi AFC, what's going on?
I'm good, my brother. Thank you very much for having me, Jimmy. Thank you, Budweiser, for having me.
Oh, my Lord.
We're here to marinate these teams.
Come on.
Nothing mega.
I love it.
We are together.
I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, remember I said I am 1A Arsenal fan. He is, of course, 1A2. I can't even give him B. Because when you have your name and your last name is AFC, then you know that, yeah, he's actually the parent owner of Arsenal. My man, good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much.
Now, I don't know how to introduce the next two guests. Should I go by standings on the table, or should I go by success within the English Premier League, or should I just go by bad belly levels? I think let's stay in London for a while before we go out of London. There's not much I can say about a team that is currently in 9th position. A team that spends money with reckless abandon, let's even be honest, giving people 8-year contracts, which is crazy. He's not Todd Bowley. I'm sure he wishes he was. But he's here with us. He's ready to take all these jabs. He's wearing a shade of blue that doesn't belong in the Premier League. Ladies and gentlemen, Alabi Lawrenz, how are you doing now?
Thank you very much for
Monsieur
having
Chelsea,
me, Jimmy.
a.k.a.
Chelsea for
Kopama.
life. I just want to say London is blue. Maybe you can agree that North London, a small part of London is red, but take that. But the entire London is blue. Thank you for having me, and shout out to
see
Budweiser.
Chelsea fans are now interior decors. They are trying to paint what is and what isn't.
London is blue.
It's what it's
forever.
called papering over the cracks. My boys are on point. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Good to have you, Lawrence. I told you it wasn't going to be easy today, and by the intro, I
Give
think
me
you
all
know.
you have.
Is that what you got?
Let's leave you where you are for now. You
Calm
are
down
my
with
Wednesday
Minedo.
problems. Moving on to those that seem to be stumbling as I stumble. Those that seem to be running fast as I run fast. They might be flattering to deceive, wearing colors that look like the Super Eagles, but they are not so super after all. The crystal in their palace is quite clear for us to see. Ladies and gentlemen, if they find a way to score goals, maybe they can challenge for the title. They are currently not working alone. They are working with us now, equal on points. Ladies and gentlemen, he represents the Liverpool side of things when it comes to the title race. He is Babatunde Koiki.
What can I say? Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Babatunde Koiki, aka Twisted Steel, Sex Appeal. You know the real deal. One time for you, man. We're hitting from a make shot like a goal, man. I'm the king of the wide receivers. I'm also the running back that keeps your girlfriend running back. I also represent the best side, which is Merseyside. Holla at your boy.
It's a sports show, not a rap show.
I'm just letting you know what time it is.
He can display his talent.
Hey, you never know. There might be talent scouts
This
outside
brother
there.
has turned into a talent show. Please show your other talents. Since your players can't score, show me what else you can do.
Hey.
We can rap.
Because we have the same number of points doesn't mean we're walking alone. Sugar size.
You're actually working alone because you don't have the same number of goals.
Hey, it is what it is.
It is not what it is. It is what we make it.
I don't blame you. Now Salah, Gakpo, Nunes, and all them boys I blame.
Sell Nunez to Chelsea.
Oh my
I
God.
was be live in a shit on.
Okay, guys. I mean, our hot topic for today is not about Arsenal. It's not about Chelsea, unfortunately for you.
Why?
It's not even about Manchester City. Prior to last weekend, the teams that were in pole position was Liverpool.
Yeah.
Is Liverpool unraveling? Because you lose 3-0 in Europe, at home, at Anfield. Right after that, you lose 1-0 at home again to Crystal Palace. You go away from home in the Europa League. You get a victory, but
Not enough.
you get knocked out. You're out of the FA Cup. What is going on at Anfield?
I tweeted this a few months ago that, look, what will be Liverpool's undoing this season is their profligacy in front of goal, their inability to put away chances. We saw that game against Crystal Palace. Yes, they went behind like they normally do this season. In any other day, worst case scenario would have ended 2-1, but they couldn't do that. And you're asking yourself how and why that happened. Maybe some people are saying that, the pressure or the thought that, no, it's the final season of Jurgen Klopp. We can't give him that golden sunset and see him ride off into the horizon like them Western movies.
He wishes.
Yeah, I mean, that also might be an issue as well. But there's only so much a coach can do. He can't come into the pitch and put the ball in the net. The chances are created. Everything is set up. It should be in the back of the net. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And you can't blame the coach on that. What did they work on training pitch? Chance creation, setting up plays, setting traps as well, pressing.
Let me ask you this. Prior to Klopp saying he was leaving, what was your expectations from the season?
This season, I was just thinking that,
based on the first 5 games. I mean, he mentioned he was leaving after maybe 10 games or so.
To be honest, considering the fact that Liverpool rebuilt their midfield from scratch,
right?
I never expected a title run. Never in my wildest dreams. I was more
considering how they performed the season before
I mean,
that
last season was abysmal. Everybody said they didn't have legs in the midfield. They couldn't run. They couldn't press. They didn't have energy. So fine. They brought in the new field cuts. I was thinking they would need a bedding process. Zoboslai, and Wataruendo as well. I expected that worst case scenario will make fourth, get back to the Champions League, put some money back in the coffers, then buys the kind of players that we want. In my wildest dreams, I never thought I'd see Liverpool top of the pile from end of last year into this new year. So they have overachieved in my expectation. Anything now is a bonus for me. I'm just living the moment. The truth is, we're not that far away. It's just a point behind.
Exactly.
Hey, anything can still happen.
2 points.
Thanks for reminding me, because I'm like, hey,
calm down.
Hold on.
2 points plus 5,
jumping,
9
calm
goals.
down.
I mean, how many goals?
Yeah, calm
9
down.
goals.
But anything can still happen. It's football.
I don't know
Just
how
the
you want to
way
get those 9 goals
Chelsea
back
can
since you
still
can't
make it
score.
If Diogo Jota had the chances that Darwin Nunes had,
Oh my
we'll
lord.
be having a
convert
different
it.
conversation right now. You're on your knees saying, "Daddy, when are you going to win this?"
And the guy can jump.
No, so
Yeah.
let's talk about it though. Mo Salah himself, he's been the spiritual leader of this team.
Oh, yeah.
Regardless of what he's doing on the pitch, once Mo Salah is on the field, you already have a sense of
can be done.
inevitability about it, especially at Anfield. Considering, Mo Salah is the man. This hasn't been his season.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. And
is it the style of play? Is it the personnel that is not supporting him? Because you remember, you did mention a midfield that didn't have legs last season. Hence, he himself didn't perform extremely well.
Yeah.
This season, it's a new midfield. That means he's also trying to rediscover a connection with that midfield to be able to thrive as the top striker is. I liken his situation with that of Erling Haaland, because the connection that Haaland and De Bruyne had last season has been broken this season because De Bruyne has rarely played.
Yeah.
And you can see clearly in the amount of goals Haaland is scoring. But I say to you, Salah and Darwin Núñez, is it just that they can't score that is the problem of Liverpool? Because you're also conceding goals.
True.
At reckless abandon.
Yeah.
Earlier in the season, you had to score in the 98th, 99th,
Man,
100
nobody scored
minutes
more late goals than
to
Liverpool.
win
this
games
season.
or even have a draw. So I say again, what actually is the problem of Liverpool? Is it coaching? Is it the players? What exactly is holding you guys back?
I think all of us can unanimously agree that it's not coaching.
It's not the
If I
coaching.
ask
Can
you,
never be
is
the coaching.
one of is Jurgen Klopp one of the best coaches in the world? You'd say
Yes.
You'd say
So that means
no,
as he's
no, I
leaving-
just want to go around the room.
Yeah, for sure. As
Yeah,
he's
you say
leaving,
what?
you
Yes.
are in trouble.
you say what as well.
Yeah,
so it's not the
top,
coaching.
top
So-
5 of best
so
coaches in the world.
Definitely, we're putting that out there. So it has to be a fact that, like I said, they're rebuilding the team. There is no new. They need time to build synergy with the midfield and the attack. So that hasn't come in. That's why you see that Darwin Núñez has probably been Mohamed Salah's greatest inspiration in terms of creating goals for him. He has, I think, over 30 goals and assists
Goals,
for this
chance,
season.
yeah.
That's Darwin Núñez alone, which means that he's not doing his primary function of scoring. He also has to chip in creating.
creation.
So that's also a problem in itself. Then there's also the question of what happens when Jurgen Klopp leaves. Will Mohamed Salah stay or will he go? He's a bit long in the tooth. He's 30 right now, and there's still the obvious
Lots of
lure of the
uncertainties.
riches of Saudi
Saudi
Arabia.
Arabia.
We're talking about arguably the greatest ever Arab player in history.
Right.
Now we're talking about him going to probably the biggest Arab country on the planet with the kind of money that they have. If they say 200 million right now, I think Liverpool will sell. I honestly think they will sell. So that's also turning his head. Don't want to ride off into the sunset into an Arabian fantasy. Do I want to stay at Anfield where I'm already worshipped? Have I done enough yet to solidify my name? He is definitely in the Premier League Hall of Fame. So he begins to question himself, what else do I have to prove? I left this country, I came back, I'm a star here.
still
So
a star.
I'm pretty
I'm
much
a
done.
god,
He actually
I'm
has
a
nothing to
god,
prove.
you know?
He's done it all.
So there's so many questions, uncertainty. The playing style is still great, but the inability to create goals, and you also talk about leaking goals, which is pretty important. Liverpool have conceded the most goals out of the top 6. That is not championship winning stuff. And the reason why Arsenal and Manchester City are top there because they have conceded the fewest number of goals. So yes, while they say attack win games, defenses win what? Titles. And that's why Liverpool are. But that's why I would say, continue to say again, they are really punching above their weight this season. I never expect them to get this far, but
No, but if you
their
look at
defense
it,
is
you
really
You give
good.
them,
Liverpool
you give
is
them a chance
Liverpool.
to win the
of
league.
course, yes. I mean,
What
when I look
percentage
at,
of chance would you
well,
give them?
same with Arsenal. When I look
More
at
than
Liverpool,
Arsenal.
I look at a team that brings young people along. I watched that Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
Bro, their youth beat full squad £1 billion Chelsea. It was their youth basically.
Sorry.
Do you understand? So you look at that kid Bradley. You lost Trent to injury. Trent has barely played this season. So when you're talking about the defense leaking goals, part of the nucleus of the defense. I mean, Konate has been injured.
Konate has been
As
injured. He's never
Robertson
fully
was
fit. Robertson
injured.
is injured
and
as
then,
well.
Gomez had to
Yeah,
play.
step in.
So it's been chopping and changing of the defense. So you can't.
Alison Becker has also been injured as well.
Bless you.
Yes, his replacement.
Keller is not
Keller has
to
been-
Alison's level.
But he's
at
done
all.
well.
He's done
well.
okay.
But it's not really about what you do. Sometimes just the aura that Alison did there.
Do you understand? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You're right. That's what I'm saying. So them leaking goals as a result of injury, but injuries are part of the game as well. So you can't really, blame them. But it's your attack. They've been missing chances for me.
Let's go into our X space right now. We do have a lot of listeners out here right now. El Boogie, I know you're listening, but you're going to be reunited with Kelechi shortly. But before we get into that, Nigerian Scouser, we were earlier on talking about Liverpool's unravelling in terms of they were in pole position to win the league. They were in position to win 4 titles this season. They've been knocked out of Europe. They've been knocked out of the FA Cup by Manchester United.
We already won the
That's
Carabao
ridiculous. They've won the Carabao Cup,
Almighty Carabao Cup.
which used to be known as the Worth Nothing Cup.
Worthington.
The
Please.
Worth Nothing
Worthington.
Cup.
Worthington.
It's funny that changes everything. Worth Nothing Cup. Because I don't know where you're going to go with that. So yeah, you won that cup, but you're also not in pole position for the league anymore. Nigerian Scouser, what do you think is a problem with Liverpool?
I don't really know what's wrong with the attack because normally everybody's used to Nunes being wasteful with chances.
Right.
Diaz is not that prolific. But then even the guys you depend on, I mean, Salah came back from AFCON and he has been stinking worse than Nunes. Then Jota that is usually reliable. Fair enough. Yeah, Salah has been awful. I don't know if anybody
Salah was injured.
Salah was injured as well.
Yeah,
Salah was injured at
He was
AFCON.
injured before AFCON.
Yeah,
He went to AFCON.
During
with
AFCON,
injury.
yeah.
I don't know what it is. Something is just off. I
Okay,
mean, against
so
Atalanta, he
since
missed
you
like a
can't,
big
you can't put a
chance.
finger on what's wrong with Liverpool, finally, or like the Rock would say, finally, we get to talk about
Let
Chelsea.
me do the rock.
You waited for this moment so long. So do you think you will be the team that will end Arsenal's title run?
Yes, I strongly believe
Why?
that.
What makes you believe this?
Because we have a history of ending people's title hopes. We did it to Tottenham in 2016.
At your home.
Yes.
This
But
is
it doesn't
a-
matter. Grass is grass.
Wow,
We
grass
also
is
did
grass.
it against who that handed Liverpool the title. That
We did it against
COVID,
it was Liverpool when the sleep.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about that one.
sleep.
That one hurt me. That one, I'm not about
He said I'm not talking about that.
You beat
It just happened last weekend, you know.
Nelly cannot kill a bear. Nelly cannot kill a bear.
We don't mean Van Dijk already. We don't mean that's Roberts to save us.
Now the thing is, what I strongly believe is
Yeah.
Chelsea is going to cause the major upsets.
At Emirates Stadium.
Yeah.
It's very
I don't
simple.
think
It's very simple. They're just relying on just one name.
Palmer.
Palmer.
Yes.
Ding, ding,
Cold.
ding, ding.
That's if they don't fight for penalties.
No,
I
so,
bet we
so,
don't.
so what I wanted to ask you is
Yeah.
this. First of all, who's your designated penalty taker?
Cole
Do you know?
Palmer. Pochettino has said that.
Okay,
it
no.
is Cole
Forget
Palmer.
Pochettino
The club,
saying
the
anything.
fans, everybody.
So Cole Palmer is the designated.
Yes, he
Who's
is.
the second person taken?
Madueke.
Madueke.
Yes.
Who is the third?
Enzo. But Enzo
So
is
is
out
in
injured.
no shape or form is it Jackson?
No, he has never been the penalty
So
taker.
what was that about?
Now, the
Wacko
thing is,
Jacko.
now this
You
is what
already
happened. Both of them were fighting. Both of them were already
That's Noni
arguing.
and
Yes. Noni wanted to score because obviously Palmer had gotten the hat
Hat-trick
had the
already.
hat-trick,
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And maybe
Palmer was
second
selfish
strike.
there. But then you cannot.
cannot-
No, Palmer wasn't even.
without
but
being
hold on a
selfish.
He
second.
was selfish in a way, but he's
I
going for
totally
golden boot.
agree.
No,
Yes.
But
no,
he's going for golden boot.
but
But
listen,
yeah.
listen.
I totally
Yes,
agree.
he should have
even
given Noni.
aside, him being selfish.
Yeah.
Once you are the designated penalty taker,
You
and you
decide.
see,
Was out.
and you
You
see
decide
two
who to
people
sit.
embarrassing the club by arguing
Yeah,
over
go stick
who
it.
to play it, you just need to end the conversation and go do your job.
But I'm just thinking, like, at the end of the day, it's a team sport.
then-
You already have a hat trick.
I-
You're
I
going
have
to
to
match
give-
ball.
you have to
Let
give us-
somebody else get the
Sorry,
limelight.
I'm
not-
not. It happened between Noni and Cole last week as well.
Manchester United.
Yeah, Manchester United.
Yes, the
Oh, so
dying
what
minute
today?
penalty.
So what today? You saw what?
What are you doing? Leave that place. So when do I feel that it was Gallagher that went to drag him to go and take that?
Yeah, because and at
Gallagher was
that
playing the
point,
Ronaldo,
at
but
that
he's the
point in
captain.
time, the
Thiago
captain
Silva
needs to
talks
make a
to them.
decision.
True.
When two
And
players are
it
doing
wasn't
rubbish.
true.
So the captain probably said, you know what, Palmer? Enough of
Settle
all these
this.
arguments.
You know
If
what,
I
we
say
lack
Jackson take it,
leaders,
I'll be
so-
doing a disservice to Noni. If I say Noni take it, I'm not helping Jackson. But Jackson scored a fantastic goal in that game as well.
Excellent goal.
So Jackson, what is
Jackson
your
needs
problem?
goals.
I
He needs
think
goals.
Jackson
He's a
is
striker
Chelsea's
now.
problem.
How? He's not.
His lack of abilities in front of goal.
But
this
he
season.
does so many other things.
Yeah, he
his
does.
link-up play is fantastic.
He does.
It's the least he could do as a striker.
No, it's
Oh, his
fantastic.
link-up play is fantastic. What's his job as a striker?
Like to make your striker go to take corner kick. Look, come on.
Like,
Get to the box. Go ahead.
what are you talking about? Anyways, so in saying this, what's your prediction for the game?
For
Chelsea versus Arsenal at the Emirates.
I haven't really analyzed it.
This is the only
I'm
time
hoping
Chelsea will be mentioned
win.
before Arsenal. By the way.
So
Maybe
I'm
I'm
seeing,
only Chelsea-
a
Chelsea's trophy
3-1
this season.
victory.
For who?
A away victory for Chelsea.
For who?
You
See,
go
I
say
need
I'm
to.
not.
We don't go down home. Then after that, they
I
come
have like
back.
I'm saying it on this show.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
Please, can we get his ISO shots? Please look into your camera and
Chelsea
say it.
3, Arsenal 1. The goal scorers, Cole
Oh, wow.
Palmer, Gallagher.
You don't remember any of
And
that?
Nicholas Jackson.
He said
Then
Cole
let me bust your head. Let me bust your
Cole
head.
Palmer.
Havertz to score.
Havertz to score for Chelsea.
For
Own
Arsenal.
goal. How do you see the game playing out?
I see Arsenal winning the game
By how many?
by 2 goals. That's what I see because
Yeah, objective.
against Chelsea we seem to turn up. Even the last game we played at Stamford Bridge, I thought we were dead and buried.
I thought
No,
so
we
too.
gave you guys that game.
Until Declan scored that wonderful goal
Sanchez
from
just-
almost halfway line.
Sanchez mistake.
Former Chelsea boy too, you know.
Yeah, but you know,
Declan Rice,
Chelsea,
yeah.
you're very, very generous. You give a lot of stuff
That's-
away.
that's the
So why are you not going to
problem,
be
because we
generous
are
against
young and
Arsenal again?
inexperienced.
Just donate the points and let's keep it moving.
No, we won't. We have to win.
You guys
We're
are not
playing for
chasing
something.
anything. You guys are not playing for anything. Let's be
The
honest.
three
they're
points
playing
won't
for,
change
they're
it.
playing
I
for
don't
golden
think-
boots. They're playing for golden boots.
Yes.
Remember that. So
Okay, we'll let you score a goal. 3-1. That's why I said
so now
3-1.
with this thing, you've not seen beef in camp. You think not your passport to
To
No,
Papa.
they've reunited.
Leave that.
After
that one is
Palmer
on the
scored,
papers. You know,
Noni
he was
told-
telling
That-
that's
that-
you guys
that-
say,
yes,
but that's for
yes.
the cameras.
So-
That's
no,
the
no,
You understand? That's for
This
that's
brother.
what do you call it now?
Yeah,
That's
they're
a kind
playing
of
for the gallery.
Pep kind of move.
Yes.
It's for the gallery now.
You go and chastise them in the pitch.
So that-
if
so that
if
coach
Jackson,
will switch out.
yes, if Jackson and Palmer threw on goal, we don't need a goalkeeper. You think Jackson will pass? He will try and run the keeper now.
No,
You go
attackers
run
have
the
to be
keeper.
selfish sometimes.
Oh my lord! Let's go into our X space real quick. I do know we have a lot of people that want to speak. Belgium AF. That's AF. That's Belgium now. That's your
Belgium,
man.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Belgium, talk to me. How you feeling, bro?
I'm fine, man. I'm fine. Dr. Kelechi, what's
We are
going on, bro?
I'm alright. Thank you. How's London?
I'm in London deal, not too much, man. Not
Nice
too
one.
much.
Nice one.
Talk to me, Belgium. How you feeling about Chelsea's visit to the Emirates Stadium? Some Nigerian fans are delusional, thinking that Chelsea is going to win in this particular fixture. Please set them straight as a true Londoner.
Listen, Kelechi has already said everything. I mean, when was the last time Chelsea came to us, to the Emirates and beat us? The players, they're back on again and they know that, listen, there's something up there and we have to go for it. So these players, they know that they got to go for it. So they're going.
We have so many people on the space. I think it's the presence of Babatunde Koiki as well as Kelechi
Bad
that
man
has
doing bad
brought
things.
so many individuals to the
From
space.
far and wide. International Africa.
It's our super sub question of the day. Remember, I told you there's so many opportunities for you to win prizes on this show. And as we get closer to the end of the show, it's pertinent that I do give you our super sub question for the week. And the question is as follows. For 50,000 Naira cash, Roberto De Zerbi's first win in charge of Brighton came against which manager? You know this one. I don't know if you know it.
Oh, he does. Oh, he does.
No,
He
so if the more we say that, the more we give it away. So don't say nothing. Your options are A, Graham Potter, B, Steven Gerrard, C, Eric Ten Hag. Remember, terms and conditions apply. All entries must have the hashtag Budweiser Kings of Football Show and, of course, hashtag the KOF Super Sub. Winners will be chosen at random. One winner only for 50,000 Naira. Speaking of Man United, let's talk about them. You know, say no go be
May
like
not be like
important.
May not be like say bad belle
Like say
dey
na
inside, you
appetite,
understand?
that kind of thing.
They are playing Sheffield United. Let's make it quick. Man U, Sheffield United. Man U.
Man
But
U.
it's
Old
always
Trafford.
like a win.
Old Trafford
Doesn't
is
matter.
not-
No, they'll make it happen.
Ten Hag style.
2-0.
Yeah?
2-0.
Sheffield?
Yeah. No, 2-0 Man U.
2-0 Man U.
Man U win. Yeah, Man U win.
You know this thing is being recorded. When you say all these things, when Sheffield wins,
To come back to
2-0
Mike.
Manchester United. Oh, even worse than his. He was saying that they're gonna beat Arsenal 3-1. He's a waiting meme. I promise. Just so you know. But no, Manchester United to make happen 2-0 minimum.
Manchester United.
Minimum.
All right, cool. What's your take? Man U, Sheffield. What?
2-2.
2-2.
Yeah.
I said this guy na meme. He's how they play.
Oh wow, Kelechi! Before you get back onto the space, tell me what's your prediction? Manchester United versus Sheffield United. They're both United.
I mean, Sheffield actually caused an upset last time they were there, I think.
1-0.
Yes,
something
yes,
like that.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
years ago.
yes.
Yeah, so
Holy
and they
shit,
were still in
Mojari.
relegation, but Man United, Ten Hag is fighting for his job. I think they will turn.
If they lose it, do you think they'll fire him?
No, they won't. They will complete the season.
If they lose to Sheffield United,
They will complete
If they
the
lose to
season.
Sheffield United, I think he's pretty much sealed his fate. He will go in the summer, but I don't think they'll fire him
Yes,
straight
they
off
won't
the
fire
bat.
him straight
well,
forward.
my prediction is going to be a 3-1 victory for Manchester United. While we're on the topic, it's a Merseyside derby. If this was a midday kickoff at Anfield, you would understand that, Liverpool have the edge. They potentially might take this one. But this game is being played at Goodison Park. Kelechi, talk to me about, what you see transpiring in this game. Everton versus Liverpool. It's a Merseyside derby. Everything goes out the window.
I mean, again, I'm talking about Everton. I know that if we're still in the running till the final day, they'll play us on the final day, so I'm still scared of them. But again, that's why I'm hoping that they pick up some points against teams like Liverpool. Local derby, they're only divided by Starley Park. It's going to be difficult for both teams, but I'm hoping that Everton do it.
Right.
They've been in poor form lately, which is alarming. They can't seem to score goals. But when it's the derby, the form is out of the window. So I'm hoping that Everton win it. They should, even if it's 1-0, penalty, anything, deflected shot, own goal.
But has Everton shown you anything to make you believe that they have it in them to get this victory?
No, but I believe that when it's a local derby, they'll be fired up for it. And, in the last 2-3 seasons, Everton have been in the relegation zone. And they're managing to crawl out, and it will be
every time. Even with deduction of points now.
Against the Newcastle, deduction of points like you mentioned. I just believe that, they can do it.
Five games away, they should be fighting to get out of relegation. But
you already said it. It's a night match, which is a problem.
it's a problem.
It's a problem for the entire city.
Of course.
Our boys are still there. I mean, everybody.
They're gonna be
bottles
smashed.
of bud. So the atmosphere will be
But
rocking.
there'll be a lot of Budweiser going down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You can bet on that. So Buddy and the system, night match at Goodison. Talking about
the rivalry already
of everything going on. It's a Merseyside Derby.
Relegation on one side, title chase on the other.
Proper blood and thunder game.
So what's your prediction?
If they don't win that one, title over. Plain and simple. Those are the kind of games that you have to really show up for.
Yep.
Irrespective of whatever rivalries or derbies are going on. You're blocking out the noise from the stands. You're blocking, that you have to get the pitch, do a job, show up, shut it down, ship out. If you can't do that, you have no business winning a title.
All right, so your prediction is
1-0.
1-0 for Liverpool. Right. Brighton is taking on Manchester City. Manchester City are the team in pole's position. It's their title to lose.
Yep.
The reason why we say that is because they have the pedigree. They are potentially going to win a fourth in a row. That is the only thing that makes everybody say, wow, it's almost an impossible ask to do it 4 times straight.
Yeah.
But they're in pole position to do it.
True.
And Brighton is their next opposition. How do you see this game playing out?
The ability to create history is right there on the table. They were going for multiple historical events. They could have been the first team to, probably win a treble back-to-back. They could have defended their title.
Right.
Probably be the first. It's probably the second English club. I think Nottingham Forest did it back-to-back many years ago. They won the Champions League back-to-back.
Yeah.
But the only thing left for them to do now is to become the first English team to win 4 in a row. And there's no Champions League on the table anymore. We've talked about the fact that if they can't get a treble, you can might as well go for a double. So that single-mindedness that I'm talking about comes to play. They will go for it. Brighton will make a stand. But it's just all about 3 little bigs and the big bad will follow again. They'll huff and puff, but eventually blow that house down. So I think Manchester City it's pretty much.
So Arsenal and Liverpool fans looking for a slip up or Gerrard situation.
They won't get
it's not happening here.
Not here. Not here.
Okay, so your prediction is
Manchester City 2-0.
2-0.
2-0.
What's your take?
Manchester City is going to annihilate Brighton. I'm seeing
Annihilate.
Yeah.
Wow.
4-0.
Who's at home?
Brighton.
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter for Manchester City.
Does it matter?
See what they did.
This time last season, Brighton beat Man City.
Palace, they struggled a bit.
No.
It wasn't that.
Look at
clean.
what Arsenal did to Brighton.
But your prediction is
4-0. Manchester City wins.
2-0.
4.
4.
Wow.
Yeah.
He said annihilate.
I beg. Where's your camera?
They said Brighton that came to worry Liverpool.
Your camera is waiting.
He's basically saying that look, if Arsenal could do it,
Please, we're about to create
City
another
can
meme.
do it. That's what
Go
he's
ahead,
saying.
say it to your camera, please.
4-0.
For who? What match?
Manchester City wins Brighton. Be there. Don't miss it.
I see a potential Brighton upset.
A Brighton
That's
upset?
what I want, yes. Brighton upset.
Okay, let me
That's
ask
what you
you a
want, but it's
2-part
not
question for
Okay.
Kelechi.
What do
Because
you want?
Kelechi's heart and his brain, they are 2 different things. Kelechi, what does your heart tell you? Brighton win,
Brighton
right?
upset.
What does
Come
your-
on, Tariq Lamptey.
What does your head tell you?
A Chelsea boy.
oh god.
The
Okay,
mathematician
sorry.
inside you.
Come on, Danny Robert. Ghana boys. Both of them Ghana boys.
Yeah, exactly. So, but what does your head tell you about this game?
Brighton win.
Heart and head are in tandem.
Yeah, no,
Shout out to Mnek
Wow.
and Joel Corey, Head and Hearts. That's one of my favorite songs, by the way.
Okay, thanks for. We didn't need to know that, but yeah. Now, before I leave you guys, I have a light-hearted question I'd like to ask.
Okay.
Let me start with
The Voyeur?
our most entertaining guest so far. Which is more difficult?
Yeah.
A goalkeeper coming on to play or an outfield player going in to goal?
A goalkeeper coming out to play is very, very difficult. It's the most difficult. Like, you can't do anything.
Mm.
But
you hear
a
that
player-
a certain Ederson is actually a midfielder
Yeah, but
turned
it doesn't mean
goalkeeper.
he has the legs
He's
for it
the
again.
no. He's the exception to the norm.
Yes.
Mm.
Now, I've seen players, like, when their goalkeeper get red card,
Going
players
goal.
go and they perform well.
Play
So you
blinder.
think being a goalkeeper is an easier job?
That's not what I'm saying, but I'm just saying when push comes to shove, right? A player would be able to keep more than a goalkeeper would play.
That's your take? I'll leave it at your take. What's your take?
I completely agree.
You agree
I mean,
it's easier to be an outfield player than to be a goalkeeper?
No,
or it's easier to be a goalkeeper than to be an outfield player?
Yeah.
It's easier for an outfield player to go into goal and perform than a goalkeeper to go into outfield.
Why? If you don't mind
Have you ever seen
expansion.
goalkeepers play? Like Bambi on ice.
I've seen Anderson score well this.
But the thing about it is that those
Yes,
are
I heard
outliers. They are the exceptions to the norm.
Yeah.
If you see goalkeepers outside their box, they're completely clueless. They're like, "What am I doing here?" They're out of their comfort
I mean,
zone.
90% of goalkeepers.
Yeah,
are
90.
clueless.
So that's what I'm saying. The
Outside the
Rene
box.
Higuitas, the Edersons, the ones who are really comfortable with the ball. Go check YouTube. How many times have you seen goalkeepers
Just to trap the ball,
Just to
howler.
trap the ball, to connect back pass. I mean, we saw that. What day was that? Was
Recently, just last week.
Burnley's goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper, yeah.
Took it out of the ball. So I think it is way more difficult for a
difficult.
goalkeeper
Yeah, no.
to go into
Kelechi,
outfield.
give me a different perspective.
The reverse is the case for
Yeah.
me. I think it's harder for a player who rarely plays with his hands to go in and keep. Even in training, at least the goalkeepers participate in rondos. You understand? They play.
Players they throw in all the time. And they throw in all the time.
Yeah,
and
but
then-
throwing the
it's
ball is
harder
different
for
from
goalkeepers.
catching the
They
ball.
got to throw the ball for you to throw.
And these days,
I watched
the
Giroud
norm
do
is playing out
something
from the back.
spectacular.
For you to be able to play out from the back, you
And
must
most
have
goalkeepers have
some
footwork.
sort of play
Distribution
mechanism.
skills.
Goalkeeper.
Go playing goalkeepers. Then, if you have a player in goal, he will panic your defense as well. Because
Yeah.
the
The
defense is as
stability
as
a
the
good goalkeeper gives the defense line.
Exactly. So he will probably concede more.
A big shout out to everyone that has contributed to the show. All our X-Space contributors, we give you all the praises. All of you competing as well, going on our leaderboard all season long. For those of you answering questions, those of you that have failed the questions, it's okay. Keep trying. You never know. You might win something next week. Having said that, last word round the house, starting with you.
See, it has been a word or a sentence because I
Whatever you want to do, you're ninth position. Whatever, what you do doesn't matter. Go ahead.
The word on the street is Chelsea. They can never amount to something, but just give us time. Give us time.
Time waits for no
When
one.
we mature, because these guys are just 20, like the average age is 25.
Time waits for no one.
So just give us time. 2 seasons, 3 seasons. We'll see what we do.
Yeah, in Fergie time right now.
I mean,
That was way longer.
Yeah.
The final word
yeah,
though,
yeah.
like he turned into final statement.
Just give
Yeah.
us time.
Mr. Koiki.
Oh, very quickly. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you never walk alone. You never walk alone. Once Fulham. Yeah, my jẹ́. Fulham, my
But thanks for joining the show. It's
Absolute
always
pleasure.
a pleasure.
I've
getting
always been
your
a huge
insights.
fan of the show. So for
Thank
me,
you.
when I got the call, I was like, hey,
I'm there.
I'm here
I'm
already.
there no
So
matter what.
I had
I mean, we
absolute
do
fun.
we watch you on Super Sport when you
thank
do your
you.
thing. We
Thank
listen
you.
to you on the
Thank
radio. Congratulations on still remaining one of Nigeria's best analysts in the world of sports. You've not dropped off at any time, and I must say to you, face to face,
I'm blushing, man. Thanks for the
Nah,
glasses.
nah,
Thank
for
God
real,
for the
for real,
glasses.
for real,
Thank you.
real,
Bad my friend.
real recognized real recognized real.
Yeah,
I mean,
they talk about black people. They talk about black people. They talk about black people. The blush on the show. We actually begin
Wait, they
sweating
cry for real?
with a sweat.
Get some tissue. Go get some tissue. But having said that, let me switch gears. I mean, talk to my brother right here, Kelechi. No matter what it is, even though you say, I'm not allowing you to make as much money as you used to make.
This boy don't block my way. Make I don't talk fast side. This
Leave
boy
my
don't
tap on
block
my tires.
Make I leave her now.
Make I
Don't
give you your
worry.
accolades. Ladies and gentlemen, no matter what it is, you might know him for his fanatic support for Arsenal. but he's so much more than that. I know for a fact that his passion is football is in its entirety. He's followed the Nigerian team to the end of the earth. Wherever they are playing, he's there with them. So I say to you, Kelechi, continue doing what you're doing. Keep giving us a different perspective to what's going on with these two teams, especially with the Super Eagles. A lot of people don't know the intricacies of what's going on.
True. Kelechi is probably the only person I can honestly guarantee that if the Super Eagles play in Tonga tomorrow,
he's going to be there. He's going to be there. I mean, you just see with his glasses, you just say, senior man, come on, money for us now. And you know, the way the players respond to him, you show that they have a relationship. It's not just a journalist. I mean, I say the same for Puja as well. He's always there and thereabout. So I must say to you, thank you for answering this call. Budweiser is always going to call you up because I am the king. And as long as you're my guy, Budweiser's gonna call you.
Oh God, I'm your guy too.
Why do you think I give you all these accolades?
I'm just saying.
Come on. Do you see me giving Mr. Alabi accolades? We don't want him to return. We want him to stay away. All these Chelsea people. What are you talking about? I'm just kidding. Anyways, to cut a long story short, I am Jimmy, and of course, I will be looking forward to catching you same time, same show, same medium to watch what we like to call the best show on any platform. It's the Kings of Football show, brought to you by the King of Beers, Budweiser. Now go ahead and take the world because it's yours to take.